Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Wellsy Weekly Podcast, the show where I talk about anything and everything. My name is John, aka Wellsy, and you are listening to episode 54. How has everyone been? It's been a bit of a while. Well, for me anyway, not so much for you. It's been a while for me because I've been visiting some family, got to see my girlfriend in the past few weeks as well, and it was good, Once they said, you can start travelling on the trains again, I literally just escaped me dad's house, so to speak. But it was good, it was nice to travel, and I needed the break because I was going a little stir crazy, inside the house and stuff. But it's good to be back. Now, obviously, I've waited until lockdown has eased a bit before I start, travelling and doing all these things of going out and stuff. But before that, I did a lot of quizzes, like a lot of them. And I realised something. I'm pretty bad at quizzes. Well, at least the ones I did anyway, because I did a lot of quizzes with my friends and family, and I think the reason I was so bad at them is I feel like there were kinds of questions where you either knew them or you didn't. And, I like to think the best kinds of questions though are the ones where you half know the answer, so then if you do get it, it's a really good feeling. But then if you're wrong, you're just like, I knew that. So it's like, it's on the tip of your tongue, but you didn't get it quite right. I think they're the best kind of questions, but there wasn't a lot of those questions when I was doing quizzes. I just didn't know anything. Oh well. And that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about quiz questions and what makes a good quiz question, really. And even try a little quiz for you to do at home as well. But before I get started, the question for you today is, do you have any good quiz questions? If you want to share your thoughts and opinions, let me know down below in the comments, that would be much appreciated. So, yeah, quiz questions. And I think the best way to talk about, questions and whether it's a good question or a bad question is probably doing a quiz. It'd be kind of silly to do a quiz episode without doing an actual quiz. Just a couple of questions, only about 5. And so yeah, I'll say a question, give you a few seconds to answer. You can pause the video if you want a bit longer, and then I'll give you the answer. Hopefully you'll learn some stuff and have a bit of fun at the same time. So without further ado, let's get started with question 1. Ooh, I get to be the quiz master. Ooh, I love this. Hang on, I need a cup of tea. Oh yeah, that hit the right spot. Ooh, that was really good. Anyway, quiz time. So, question 1. Who was the only wife to survive Henry VIII? I'll give you a few seconds to guess, I remember learning about this in high school. Well, no, primary school actually. Yeah, there was a song and everything to help you to know. Or you could just watch horrible histories, I suppose, yeah. But anyway, I think that's enough time. The answer to who survived Henry VIII, or which wife survived Henry VIII, is none other than Catherine Parr. And to be honest, I had to look this up because I honestly did not know at all who Catherine Parr is. I don't even remember the other wives, to be honest. It's a good question because everybody's kind of sort of learnt about Tudors at some point in their lives or something, just probably as a kid and stuff. So good on for you as if you got that one right. So, moving on to question 2. True or false? New York City is a US state. Again, I'll give you a little bit of time to think about this. Now, what I love about a true or false question is literally just a guess. Because most of the time, it's like, well, you've only got 2 answers, so it's either you guess the right one or guess the wrong one. But most of the time you can make a good educated guess. So I like a good true or false question. But not like 100 questions on it, because that just gets a bit boring, to be fair. So, time's up, and the answer is true. Not only is New York a city, but it's also a state. I mean, it's a pretty small state, but it's at least still a state, you know what I mean? So well done if you got that one. Hopefully you're on 2 for 2. Now, moving on to question 3, which is an animal question. And this question is, how many legs does a scorpion have? Now, not gonna lie, I've never seen a scorpion in person. I'm not sure if I'd actually be scared of it, because they're pretty deadly, but they're also like super small as far as I'm aware. But then again, I'm also scared of spiders, and they're kind of small, and I freak out when I see one of them, so I could be scared of them, who knows. But anyway, did you get the answer? Pause if you need a bit more time, because the answer of how many legs a scorpion has is 8. Yes, scorpions have 8 legs and are classed in the Arachnida family, as well as obviously spiders, mites and ticks. Yeah, I don't do bugs, especially near my face. Ugh, it's just, it makes me shiver all over just thinking about it. So, question 4. What is the most common colour used in a pub's name? Now, there's a lot of colours to choose from, so you better pick the right one, you know? Otherwise, you know, nothing's going to happen. It might show you're a bit of an alcoholic, or just a really good guesser, you know what I mean? But anyway, that's enough chatting from me. The answer is red, and the most common pub name is the Red Lion. So obviously that's why, you know, that's the most common colour in a pub name. Now, saying that, I honestly don't know where there is a Red Lion. I can't think of any that I've been to, or I know of any, you know, in location wise. And I've been to a fair few pubs, you know what I mean? I could probably name a few with like golden or black in the name. I've seen quite a few black hounds or black dog and golden, just a lot of, you know, pubs with golden in the name, but not red. Clearly I've been going to the wrong pubs. Oh well, I'm not too fussed, to be honest. Now, are we ready for the final question, ladies and gents? I mean, I can't hear you, but I'm going to assume you said yes. And for those who said no, well, be ready then. Anyway, question 5. What country was the can-can dance invented? Was it A, France, B, the UK, or C, Canada? Now, the can-can is that dance where, you know, where you got the music, it goes, you know, and the legs are flying up in the air, and it's just all a bit flamboyant and too energetic for me. I mean, I get out of breath just walking up the stairs half the time, so, you know, it's too much for me. Anyway, who invented the can-can dance? Was it A, France, B, UK, or C, Canada? If you guessed A, France, that would be correct. Well done for you. And I guess it kind of makes sense, because I always imagine like that dance with the ladies in the long dresses and stuff. And those dresses kind of look like, I don't know, French Renaissance kind of fashion, if that makes sense at all. So I was, you know, if I was had to guess this question, I'd probably pick France. Well, I'd be between France and Canada because, you know, there's French people in Canada. But I have heard that the Canadians and the French Canadians really hate each other. But I'm not too sure on that. Maybe that should be a question for another day or another quiz, if you feel up to it. So that's it from me today. I thought they were pretty good questions, you know, a lot of different topics to explore, and I didn't even touch upon like really common ones like sports or music or TV and that kind of stuff. And as well, there was different types of questions, such as, you know, the multiple choice at the end and the true or false question. And personally, I don't think they were too hard, to be honest. But what I think is hard is usually different to someone else's interpretation of what they think is hard. So I wonder that's why some people really like quizzes and some people don't. Because some people are like, they just know a lot more and they think it's probably easier, so they might like it better. Who knows? I've always wondered though how you can improve on quizzes as well. Like, you can't just research everything, can you? You know, that'd just be a bit daft and it'd take a lot of effort. I mean, you could just keep doing more quizzes, I suppose. But the questions are always different, so I don't get how you could really improve. I have no idea. I mean, if there was a comic book quiz, I'd ace that because I know that topic very well. But there's not many quizzes on that, which is a shame. But anyway, that's it from me today, your quiz master. I really like being called the quiz master. Anyway, I'll remind you that the question for today is, do you have any good quiz questions? If you want to share your thoughts and opinions and your questions, let me know down below. That'd be much appreciated. So, thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed today's podcast, and remember, enjoy a cuppa.